Alright, let's go. That's all for today, students. Good lunch. What's Professor Peach looking at? Oh. Let's go. She's looking straight at Professor Peach. What do we need to talk about? That's for something important. I need to make a phone call anyway. Mike partner, what brings you to my reign? First of all, position to never have me called that in public ever again. Secondly, I thought I should finish my train of thought from last Sunday before we get interrupted. Oh, okay. You mean to ask, yeah, how do I keep my students in school? As I was saying, it's simple but difficult. No single mission or final exam can earn students enough credit to make up for half a year's credit. But there's no rule that stops teams from accepting more than one mission. Oh boy. Skill Witch. As a supervising hunter of the final exam, I believe I am required to familiarize myself with the mission catalog. Thanks for the offer, Mark, but I don't think we should be here. We should be there. You're still your enemies. It's better that we, so nothing may be used against you. Predictable for Wester will decide to suddenly become interested again. Yeah, I figured. Still, we wanted to make the offer nonetheless, as proof of trust and gratitude. It was our pleasure, big brother. Please stop calling me that. And I didn't really do that much. Still, girls, thank you. Thank you so much. And we will help you too. Help the two of you too. Only a matter of time, I promise. Feels nice being able to count on someone again. What about me? What about you? I said that like... Oh, okay. What, you want to go being... I'm not saying that. Your face. Isn't that like the second time this game has used that word? Not funny, Bella. It was a bit funny, come on. The strain you put yourself through to help Amber was still not sure if... I know, but it's not like I can just worry about it forever and live in fear of it. Lighten up. Now, shall we eat or not? Yeah, she's right, isn't she? Yes, I'm still checking this every so often, just in case, because you never know. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh. I think that, what was Miss Gilbert doing inside that room? Let's do it. Let's set up a Good Witches event. Instead of letting me inside the classroom, she went in and grabbed my stuff for me. She was trying to keep me out. Yeah, I'm at this godforsaken hour hanging around like some kind of stalker. And I don't get any closer to that. Okay. What are you doing here at this time of day? Professor Peach! The one and only. Again, what are you doing around here at this time of day? Braving your luck with Glenda's patrols? Is Miss Witch in the classroom? I mean, maybe? Smooth. And how exactly do you know that? I see. Do you mind waiting for me outside? I'll be just a few minutes. Sure, I guess. Good, now excuse me. I don't want it to get cold. Huh, I just noticed. Was that tray with a teacup and a pot she was holding? Sorry for the delay. I had to make up an excuse and explain the sound of your outbursts to my old teammate. Oh, I see. No problem. There it is. Wait, you and Miss Goodwitch were on a team together? You mean here in Beacon? Indeed we were. I think some tales about the old times may sate your curiosity better than stalking her around. I wasn't. I mean, just curious as to what she may be doing so late in the empty classroom. Speaking of which, how did you find out about it? I mean, it's not exactly a private place, but usually enough to scare the students into staying away from the main building. By complete chance, I swear. I see, huh? Sounds like something I'd go back. I do back when I was a student. So that's why you're so familiar with Miss Goodwitch. It's not just that you're colleagues. No, we go back way. Same graduating class, same team, different specializations. Specializations? Not all hunters are the same. After graduation, you have a chance to go further in training in specific fields, provided you show some kind of promise. Oh, I didn't know that. Way too early for it to be a concern for you. And most hunters just decide to focus on field work anyway. Not you, though. You'd be surprised. London instead immediately took the offer and recommendation for a history teacher and decided to specialize in teaching. I mean, she's never been a field hunter? Don't get me wrong, she's been in a fair amount of scripts and battles, but 80% of them, most of the time, she was a student. Specialization as a teacher leaves you quite safe, you might say. So it's usually taken by hunters who are getting old and, or at least after they've matured some years of experience on the field, when they're past their prime. Which instead decided to become a teacher immediately. Yeah, I would say that has been her desire for as long as I've known her, but definitely became her only goal during our final year. Any special reason why? Yes, one in particular. Oh. Yeah, this is the second time I've seen a mood change because of a comment I made. What memories am I bringing up? Something happened last year at Beacon, and the fallout, coupled with the concerned attention of a history teacher, made Glenda decide to undergo a teacher specialization. The history teacher, it wouldn't happen to be, indeed, a promotion or two over the years, and now sits at the highest seat in the school, making him one of the most influential people in all of Remnant. Osborne! Okay then. You know, it makes sense him starting out as a history teacher, actually. You may have noticed that the headmaster does nothing that isn't in service of a grander scheme of his. A scheme that doesn't get shared with anyone fully, ever. You mean his recommendations for Miss Goodwitch also came from some kind of chess move? To get what? To get Glenda. You have to understand that despite her lack of experience as a field hunter, I know that at most 3 people who are struggling, I know at most 3 people who are stronger than Miss Goodwitch in a fight. Really? Talk about Hunter's prime. Glenda's never been anything but in her prime. Her skills are never declined. Her someone's as powerful and versatile. Though, yeah, it's telekinesis. And her mind is only getting sharper with age. It's not just her work as a teacher. She keeps herself in peak shape and only aims to better herself, to lead by example, and have only more things to pass on to her students. She's always had that potential. Osmond saw it and wanted it at his side to aid him in his goals. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the headmaster, but who wouldn't want someone like the person who you've just described at their side? Oh, don't I know it? Remember, we were in a team together. When things went down, there was no one I'd rather have by my side than Glenn the Good Witch. But the methods, the way he sort of thinks and focuses them through the lenses of his well-viewing for the sake of his goals, as noble as it may be, I will never approve of them. And I will never forgive him. The way he distorts things? Does Glenda look uncomfortable trying to trick you into grounding yourself? Evelyn said she didn't want to do it. And yet, she was doing it because she trusted the headmaster would know better than her to handle the situation. I'm actually very thankful for your team. Glenda needed this, so the headmaster. See, I still felt a bit bad because of how we handled it, though. Oh, right, when Jack snapped at her and called her that. Still, it doesn't explain what she does after the lessons in an empty classroom every night. I think it's an easy guess. I'll give you a hint and tell you that I always cut it in half by having a tea break with her. Oh. She always likes trying new blends. There we go. You went to see Ma but didn't come to see me? I'm sorry, I didn't think it was that important. Oh boy. Wrong thing to say. Stupid meanie. I had it right the first time. I hate you. Gennaro, wait. I need to continue. Your stupid secrets. I don't understand what just happened. Are you an only child, Amber? Oh, yes. Suffice to say, all her power and bravery, Gennaro is still very much a child. Let me go talk to her. Wait, Mum, I can go. Nonsense. First of all, this is an official team meeting, and as a team member, it's important for you to be in it. Also, we don't want Gennaro to start having favourites, do we? A new favourite, you mean? Fine. Good. Pay attention, because I will be indicating you about the meeting afterwards. Okay, teammate, you better take notes. I have a feeling it's about to get more complicated. Oh, great. Oh, considering we started by discovering what the real House of Vale was after created to protect the Four Maiden, I'd say. Which begs the question, to start with, why aren't you with your family, Amber? That needs a bit of background. My memorization faculties are at maximum output. Don't worry, yeah, I will help you study. Thanks, I guess. The enemy, Salem. Have been people fighting her of the maidens in the Foundation of Vale, but the kingdom provided those individuals with greater opportunity. I bet that king who married a maiden to prevent was to their plight. Yeah, the Kingdom of Vale provided them with funding, but more importantly, helped them form into an actual organization. Will that dog shut up? It's made many forms and names over the years, not official or public. I simply call it Sanctuary. Sanctuary? That rings a bell. I bet it does. You see, I call it Sanctuary because that's also a name of a place. A place where my family exiled themselves after that. The place where maidens were sheltered and trained. But it's also the base of operations for Osborn's orphans. You probably heard that name mentioned by some of the seniors, not senior ones you've encountered. Oh wait, does that mean that the orphans were originally created as a guard for the maidens? Yes. Not only that, think about it. 4 great academies, 4 headmasters, 4 different groups of orphans, 1 for each maiden. You're telling me that the 4 hunter academies were born out of the Sanctuary? Well, they were also made to protect something else that the maidens are needed for, but yeah. The founders are all members, yes. When I said the Sanctuary has different forms over the eons, it's because even after forming into an organization, it's hard to adapt to the changing times. Who doesn't know about the enemy or war over the maidens? Its life continues in spite of such things, and when the time of the kingdoms was over, one of the academies began. 4 great academies of Remnant are what the kingdoms of Vale have been until the Great War. Centuries of organization, influence, and manpower for Sanctuary, which is ruled by 4 headmasters. Well, I say that, but in reality, James Ironwood and Leonardo Lionheart have almost always referred to Osborn. Only the headmistress of Vacuo has ever acted as his equal. General Ironwood doesn't sound really differing, though. If I had to guess, I bet he started doubting Osborn after what happened to you, Amber. It's possible, yes. He failed to convince me to stay, and he failed to keep me in Sanctuary. You left on your own will, Amber. Why? Because I didn't want to live out the rest of my days trapped inside a single location without ever seeing the outside world. I wanted to actually live my life. Fair enough. That'd be like me being stuck in this room all day. Admittedly, that sometimes happens, but whatever. I completed my training. I thought I could handle the real world on my own. Now that maidens are no longer targets of living, I was mistaken. Still, I've never been taught as a way to directly steal a maiden's powers. That completely blindsided me. The blindsided Osborn too, I bet. Guess Salem found a way to break that status quo. Oh, that. I almost have to compliment her. Melina for fighting through proxy, trading maidens back and forth without ever reaching a resolution. It drives me mad just thinking about it. What's up with that anyway? If this Salem person is, like, the source of all this, why don't they just off her? Not that easy. From what I was told, it's been tried, time and again. Always without success. She's really that long lived. She's probably not average schmuck. So she's immortal and extremely powerful. Fantastic. Still, that explains how you came to be a beacon and why Cinder attacked you. There's still a big question, though. What question mark? Why are the maidens so important? I don't think a being like Salem or Boss have much use for. You know, more power, especially since you're proof that the maidens are not invincible. Quite. So, if it's not their enhanced power that drives this war, what is it? 4 little objects with the relics. I fear that bit of knowledge escapes me. Talk about anticlimactic, I know. You seriously have no idea? So I always find it funny when they fall over like that. I was never told no. But I have a theory. That's something at least. What is it? I was born and lived in a sanctuary with my family. I was taught about the history of my family, in particular about the lives of the Queen Maidens. There's only one queen that talked about her life was Cliff Note nonetheless, and my grandmother, Zelendine. Second to last queen, that's a weird omission. Anyway, she died just before I was born, but she was my grandfather's queen. Led their kingdom through the Great War and their transformation into the modern country. It never made sense to me unless the omission was not because of what she did as a queen, but what she did as a maiden. Yeah, you've heard the tales of the final battle in the Great War. The battleground which May wants to take us to. About that, King just won the battle single-handedly. Let's hypothesize that. They're not tales that my grandfather actually did end that war with a single swing of his sword. Badass. That kind of feat is beyond any human and any maiden. I think it may even be beyond the enemy. But what if... What if somehow a maiden is able to bestow that kind of power onto others? Yes. Huh. That's giving me ideas. Well, I'm not sleeping tonight. Alright, I think I need a time out. This is making my head spin. Pretty much done. Again, it's just a theory. I'm not making that joke. Very sound one. Please, never bestow anything like that on anyone, Amber. Even if I knew how, I don't think I ever would. Never say ever. You never know what you're capable of until you do it, I say. I think that's meant to be never say never. Oh, like when you seduce Mark despite your experience with men, Evelyn. Yeah, something like that. I remember that, yeah. Phew, thanks, Penny. We needed that break. They're done? Sure, what do you mean? Who's done? One of my Pyroxene creations just came back to me as a fly. They're done. In peak. You mean... Yes. You fixed everything they could. Electricity is running and the tunnels are currently venting. The old mines are accessible now. Partner, have you managed to speak to your guests yet? Nope. But I will. That's it then. The road is clear, the entrance is prepared. Down to the mines. Soon. Oh, that's the mines. I've seen that in, like, promotions. All that's left is for us to go through it. Ugh. That's sound.
Hey guys, Goku here. You're watching Your Only Mate. And Your Only Mate is only good for the fact that at least he won't eat as much of your food. Catch you later.